I don't eat meat. I don't drink ice water. I don't eat white bread. But that's me. There are people who claim they are never happy until their parties are serenaded with animal flesh and carcasses. There are some people who long ago finished drinking their mother's milk, and now they are drinking the milk that is meant for the calf. They drink it me and they laugh, ha 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 ha, that they are the bourgeoisie. They can't drink their tea without the milk that is meant for the calf. Now they have even graduated. They are drinking goat milk. Some are drinking camel milk. Soon they will drink donkey milk. I believe they will drink pig's milk too. Some even drink their wife's milk. Human beings are never simplistic. We are so complex. That's why we have diseases that have no names in the medical dictionary. My brother, the mayor, in his mind, is trying to solve the protein deficiency among prisoners who are fed with 1 CD 20 pesos a day in Ghana. How much is pure water? Our prisoners are fed with 1 CD 20 pesos. Of course, we understand that because there are many, when you bring all these together, at least it reduces some level of cost because of plurality, right? Can I go deeper? My brother, the mayor, instead of killing the innocent animals that have nothing to do with straying, why don't you look for the owners and deal with them? It's against animal rights for you to catch animals that are supposed to be kept at home. That's why we call them domesticated animals. Now, if the owners of these animals become so irresponsible and let the animals stray, then you come out with your gun and shoot and kill them. You and the man who let out the animals, who is a bigger idiot. You kill animals because their owners decided to leave them out. It's like in those days, slavery, when a slave escaped and wandered around. My brother, my sister, the slave owners will beg that don't kill this slave. If you kill the slave, you will hurt me, my property. They are like goats and sheep to us. And any time a slave was killed for the threat of life and whatever, straying, these people were so sad and angry. But they could kill their own slaves and nobody would say anything. We'll get deeper into the Lynch syndrome and even more. But for now, my brother, you know what the mayor should have done? Do you know how many farms we have that have been abandoned in the Ashanti region? Cows, are they only good for eating? Do we know how much work these cows can do? Do we know that we can make incense out of the cow dung that you claim is fecal matter and therefore is disturbing the road from airport to Manshia? That is the only important road in Kumasi. Jesus. Hey! You can make incense out of the fecal matter of the cows. My brother, my sister, the cow is so much of a utility player. On the farms, the cow can do a lot. And sometimes when you even want to weed out a farm, unleash the animals on the farm, they will graze. And when you go onto the farm, it becomes easier for you. But in our mind, when we see the cow is meant for one thing, kill it and eat it. So barbaric. So the man here says, for the sins of the owners of the cows, they will shoot and kill every cow And they will go and feed prisoners with that. And that way, the people there would stop throwing out their animals on the street. And my suggestion is that, could we just have these animals and unleash them onto the state farms that I suggested? And I spoke to President Mahama about it personally. Can we bring back the state farms? Put these animals on the state farms. Distribute the animals to different farmers across Ghana to use for their work. But you want to see blood. So every time you are interested in killing, why do you kill? Because of the sins of the irresponsible owner. Think about it. The mayor may not have thought this far. That is why we are not harsh on him. Because he lives in a country where meat is luxury. So, prisoners eating this meat is good. But he's forgotten that shooting animals, the trauma with which the animals die, they release a certain enzyme called the bile. And when the bile is injected into their bodies, because of the trauma they go through, they poison anybody who eats this meat. Do they know? What are the Agric people telling these guys who are non-scientific? They are all about violence. Shoot and kill. No common sense. When you hold a gun, even one warning shot, bah! You traumatize animals and even humans. When you start shooting the animals, you know what happens? You know what happens? They release the bile. Get me a photo of the bile. Injected into the meat, and you are in trouble. It's a B-I-L-E. This thing is injected into the meat, and you are in trouble. It's a black pot. A bile is an enzyme, and is the animal's revenge for its death. Anybody who eats that meat, he is poisoned. It blocks your blood veins and pushes you to have blood pressure. You will get blood pressure. You get diabetes. You get stroke. Because you have eaten bile-infested beef. Like some terrorists. Any animal we see on the street, we will kill them and take prisoners with it. And he thinks that he's made the most sensible remark in the world. We animal activists, in fact, we take a strong exception to that. The animals have done nothing wrong. Please, they didn't ask you to bring them here. You brought them here and then domesticated them, and then you are now killing them because of some irresponsible owners. To God be the glory. Richard, you killing these animals. The black pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power and we return. We have one more story and we are done for the day. Hey! What? Why scared to death? Is about to die. That is its revenge. It injects it into the meat. That is why Islam says when we are slaughtering them, don't let them see the knife. Sharpen the tin. Before you realize, you give them water to drink as if you love them. Then, but where commercial slaughtering of animals happens, you take them into a certain butcher house, and then there's a sharp knife, and all of them are being pushed there. They are going, moo, and they are going, moo, moo. Then it's cutting their head one after the other. They are all going to be traumatized. You will eat poison. That's the bile. It's a greenish, yellowish, digestive juice. And that is where it is. It aids in the digestion and absorption of fat in the intestinal tract and is stored in the gallbladder. It's produced inside the liver.